schoolboy was beaten with a baseball bat after he refused to hand over his jacket, the victim's dad said. Cameron Cowie and his friends were in a park in Penkridge, Staffordshire, when he was attacked, Birmingham Live reports. A group of teens approached the 14-year-old and demanded he hand over the £120 novelty jacket he was wearing, it is claimed. When Cameron refused, one of the youths allegedly hit him with a baseball bat, leaving him with a fractured eye socket and bleeding on the eye. Cameron's dad Kyle Cowie, 37, says a woman from a nearby house ran outside and challenged the group of boys who ran off. Cameron was rushed to hospital following the attack on a park near Heron Drive at around 8:55 p.m. on April 14, and went to A. His dad says doctors said that Cameron was lucky to escape with the injuries, due to the reported ferocity of the attack. It was so bad that one of his friends, who was with him at the time, was physically sick, claims Mr. Cowie. Staffordshire Police has launched an investigation and arrested a 15-year-old boy on suspicion of wounding with intent. He remained in custody today, April 28. Cameron was attacked after he refused to hand over his jacket. Mr. Cowie believed Penkridge was a safe place to live but no longer feels that way. He said that Cameron's friends are afraid to go out now. The dad said, "A lovely lady heard what was going on and ran out the house and the group of boys ran off. Again, it is lucky that my son has serious injuries but the yare not life-threatening. He was rushed to A. He spent all night in hospital on the Thursday, April 14th, and part of the day in hospital Friday, April 15th. He is out of hospital but he is still not discharged, meaning many more visits to the hospital for him. On one of these appointments, we discovered that his eye socket has moved back slightly, so this is being monitored in case he needs an operation going." Mr. Cowie continued. The attack had a massive effect on Cameron. "We were due to go away Friday morning, April 15th, for Easter," he said. "I asked Cameron if he still wanted to go away when we came out of hospital and he said yes, I want to get away from this place. We went away to a caravan park and attended the entertainment on the evening. I could tell Cameron wasn't happy and when I spoke to him, his reply was, 'Everyone is looking at my eye and talking about me. I want to go back to the caravan.' After that, we struggled to get Cameron to leave the caravan or car. When we went to the beach and the amusement arcade, Cameron's reply was, 'I'll just stay in the car because everyone looks at my eye.' When we got back home from the holiday, which we had to cut short to go back to hospital, I struggled to get him out his room." Mr. Cowie said his son has enjoyed some really good support from the local community. Some people have gave him gifts, while others have paid him a visit in person, which helped to put a smile back on his face. But Cameron is struggling to come to terms with what happened. Mr. Cowie said, "As a parent, I can clearly see what effect this has had on him mentally. He's currently of school because he is scared to go. This will have an effect on him for the rest of his life, which is totally understandable. He's only 14 years old and this will have scarred him for the rest of his life. It makes me feel sick that no one is safe nowadays." The attack on Cameron was that bad. One of his friends was physically sick watching it happen. His friends are now scared that this will happen to them. Get all the latest news sent to your inbox. Sign up for the free Mirror newsletter. The effect it has had on Cameron, his friends and myself and his mom mentally is so hard to describe. Not that Cameron will want to go and play out again for a long time, but as a parent, when that time comes I will be worried sick about his safety. I'm just so grateful to the woman that heard the commotion and came running out. When I think about how bad it could have been, I'm just grateful Cameron got away with the injuries he did. Every doctor and consultant we have seen has said, do you know how lucky he is to only have these injuries? Despite the severity of the assault, Mr. Cowie claims Staffordshire Police has been slow to act, claiming it took 12 days to assign an officer to the case. In response to the story, a spokesperson for the force said, police were called to Heron Drive, Penkridge, at around 8:50 p.m. on the 14th of April following reports of. On arrival, officers found a 14-year-old boy with head and facial injuries. The victim reported being hit multiple times by an offender with a baseball. The suspect then fled the scene on the foot towards nearby woods. Following inquiries, a 15-year-old boy was arrested on suspicion of wounding with intent. Yesterday, Wednesday, April 27th, he remains in police custody while inquiries continue. Protecting people from harm is our priority, and officers work to ensure victims are appropriately safeguarded to receive the help and support they need.